Is it your first day on a snowboard and you're not sure where to begin? Follow my step-by-step drills and in just 2 hours on the slope, you'll be riding comfortably on your heel edge.
Quick Snow Teach camps and online courses.
Hi, this is Daria from Quick Snow Teach. Let's jump into lesson 1. In this video, you'll learn how a simple heel drag keeps you from falling,
How to strap in while standing without losing your balance.
how to figure out which foot should lead. A snowboard has a nose and a tail. You can usually spot the nose by its graphic or lettering. Toe edge, toe side, front side. The edge on the toe side of your boots. Heel edge, heel side, back side. The edge on the heel side. The high back helps you steer the board while riding on your heel edge. Binding straps. Start with a large upper strap. It's the main one that locks your boot in place. The smaller lower strap secures the boot's toe. Carry your snowboard in either hand, holding it just below the binding. When you put the board down, place it bindings down on the snow. Otherwise, it can slide off and injure someone. Now we're all speaking the same language. Before we start riding, take a moment to check your gear, especially your boots, and how well they're laced. First, make sure your snow gaiters go over the top of your boots, not tucked inside. Inside the boot, wear only a sock, no bunched up base layers. If your thermal bottoms are long, pull them up to boot height or wear short ones designed for snowboarding. That way, you avoid pressure points and uncomfortable folds inside. The inner liner should be snug but not over-tightened. You shouldn't be able to fit your hand between the liner and your shin. The same is for the outer boot. Firm fit, but no gaps or pressure zones. Choose a wide, gentle area, or head straight to the beginner zone. If you're not sure where that is, just ask at the ticket office or information desk. How to figure out which foot goes front? One quick check. Which hand do you ride with? If you're right-handed, your right foot will probably step forward. If you're left-handed, it's usually the left. Another way, ask a friend to give you a light push between the shoulder blades. The foot you instinctively stick out to not fall down is your lead foot. Right foot in front, you're goofy. Left foot, you're a regular. Tell us in the comments, who are you? Let's see which crew is bigger. First, clip the snowboard onto one foot only.
Lay your snowboard on the snow. Always hold it with one hand until it's strapped to your foot, or it can slide away. Place your free foot with the toe on the board and the heel on the snow. Buckle the big strap first, then the small one over the boot toe, not on the top of it, but right across the toe. To stop over the board, tilt it onto the edge. That gives you an extra point of balance. And step over.
Tilt the board onto the toe edge, then onto the heel edge. Lift the leg with the board and pivot in a full circle. Slide the board in front of you, right and left, a few times. Set your free back foot just behind the strapped-in foot. Slide the board forward a little, so the back foot ends up roughly in the middle of the board. Move the back foot behind the front foot again, and slide the board again. And do these small steps. And again, a little bit faster. Move the board, move the back foot. Board, back foot. Move the board, move back foot. Board, back foot. So by this way, we're moving on the hill, like when we need to come to the chairlift and go to chairlift, for example. It's the very important movement. Great job! You've just taken your first steps with the board strapped on. Now let's learn the basic body position on snowboard. Ankles and knees and slightly bend to help absorb bumps. Hips and shoulders turn a bit toward the boat's nose. Arms are above the nose and tail. Your head facing straight forward the board. Your chin placed near your lead shoulder. Weight equally on both feet. It's crucial to rotate the hips toward the nose when riding the heel edge. With the hips open, you can bend your knees while keeping the center of mass over the board and closer to the snow. The body position stays solid, letting you flex and extend quickly to shift weight forward and back. If the hips stay parallel to the board, trying to go lower makes you bending at the hips instead of the knees. Your hips shoots past the edge, the stance breaks and smooth control disappears. Head position matters just as much. If your gaze turns perpendicular to the board, the body position breaks and quick, efficient movement is lost. Great job! Now you know the proper body position for efficient movement and less fatigue. Moving on to the next step, sliding. We'll learn to slide with just one foot strapped in. That way you'll get used to the feeling of gliding and key move for using the chairlift.
Strap in your lead foot. Push off with your back foot a few times. Your goal here is to get used to the snowboard and the slippery surface under your feet, and the consistent balancing. Place your back foot on the board, pressing it against the rear binding. If it feels unstable or scary, put your free foot on the snow and stop. Push off with your free foot and take your body position. Glide a few meters. Repeat it until it starts to feel natural. Level up. Glide the same way but with your knees bent. Even harder. Glide and tap your front boot, then your back boot. And final pass. Glide, toss one snowball in the air and catch it. Let me know in the comments if you nailed the last challenge.
So, you've learned to keep your balance on the board. Nice work! Once you are comfortably on the board and can keep your balance, we'll move to small one-footed turns, the J-turn. Find a safe line at the end of the slope, something very gentle, so the board picks up a little speed and never feels scary.
Place your snowboard facing down and take your body position. Place your back foot against the back binding. The board will start sliding. Turn your hands, shoulders and head toward the heel edge, as if pointing your hand in the direction you want to turn. At the start of the movement, your front shoulder should be above your front boot. By the end, it should be above your heel. This way you create a slight upper body rotation. Also keep looking and turning your head in the direction of the turn. Repeat it several times. To slow down, extend the heel of the free foot toward the slope and drag your heel in the snow. Now do the same, but turn your hand, shoulders and head toward the toe edge. To add braking, drag the toe of your free foot across the snow. Repeat it several times.
Nice work, bro! You now have all the skills you need to ride a chairlift. Not so hard after all, right? Time for the fun part, riding on the heel edge. You've probably seen videos when an instructor grabs a beginner's hands or shows how to stand up with both feet strapped in. We'll skip that. There's a simpler way.
And this is where the real progress starts. In the next video, you'll learn the skills that turns you from just standing on a board into actually riding. You'll learn how to control your speed without fear of falling, stop exactly where you want, side slip smoothly on your heel edge, and take your first real step down a blue run on the heel edge. Most beginners think this stage is scary, but with this drill from the next lesson, you'll see it's way easier than you expect. Click here and let's riding for real.